Good morning. I had a feeling that shot might not work. I had a bit of an uncomfortable night last night, if I'm honest with you. Caved in and had a ready meal for my dinner, and I really need to start taking the onion thing more seriously. I just didn't bother to read the ingredients, and I've just had trapped wind all night. Still got a bellyache now. I think I might be coming on with a cold as well. It's a bit awkward because I've got a singer coming round for a rehearsal today, and I don't want to give him my cold, because you don't want to give singers a cold because it really scuppers up their gigs then that they've got coming up. Anyway, I'll have a think about it for a bit. Sometimes I just wake up feeling grotty and then it disappears like the dew evaporating. I need coffee anyway. The weather has actually calmed down a little bit, although it was lashing against the window in the night. Bit of a change of plan. It's about 11:15 now. I've spoken to the guitarist, singer, and he's gonna come tomorrow, assuming I'm feeling better tomorrow. I'm feeling a lot better now, actually, after I'd had a couple of coffees. I perked up a lot, as you might imagine, but it might be a false perking up, I don't know, but I do feel so much better. I mean, I still feel like I've got something, but I don't feel ill with it, you know. So I've just been cracking it on. I got my vlog up, and I've also been emailing him all the stuff that I made for this rehearsal, so at least he can listen to the MIDI versions of it and decide which bits he wants to keep, which bits he wants to change, which bits he wants to cut, you know, if he feels so inclined to do so, if he's champing at the bit to get on with it. If not, it doesn't matter. It didn't take me very long to do it. 10 to 11. I've been dreading this happening. The power's gone off just now, and I've checked the switchboard, or whatever you call it. It's not the trip switch, it's just off. Oh, I've got medication in the fridge downstairs. I think there's about £1,000 worth of medication in the fridge downstairs. And if it warms up above 8 degrees, it has to be discarded. It has to go back to the company and be replaced with new ones. I don't know what to do. The thing is, I can't open the fridge downstairs to check if it's gone above 8 degrees, because then it'll warm it up and it won't cool it. Oh, I hope it's very short. I don't know how long to give it before I can like think the thing's gone too warm. Panic, panic. 2 minutes later, I've just been out on my doorstep. I heard the hubbub, and everybody's out on the doorstep. Yeah, everybody's is off, basically. I don't know if there's any point in me ringing the power company now, because what are they going to do? They're going to be inundated with calls. Probably there's other people that need it more urgently than us, like for breathing apparatus and stuff, because at the end of the day, it's just the worst is that's going to happen is it's going to cost the company £1,000 to replace the stuff. Oh, mind you, one of them she could have, because you can have it within 2 weeks of it coming out of the fridge, and she's less than 2 weeks away from her next dose, so that's only 500 quid, so that suddenly doesn't seem as bad. If it'd gone up from 0 to 500, it would seem really bad, but coming down from £1,000, it doesn't seem so bad. But anyway, it's still bad, but it does seem that there's not anything I can do about it. Let me have a little think. So in my panic, I've just rung the healthcare company that distributes the medication to ask for their advice. They didn't have any. They've given my number to another department within their company. They're going to give me a ring back. I don't know what they can do. I don't even know why I rang them, to be honest. I just feel like I need to do something, take some sort of action to save the medication. Anyway, I've got a thermometer in there, so when it comes back on, I can see what the temperature is. And I suppose really that's the plan, isn't it? Just wait. I don't see what else I can do. Anyway, you can get these things that you plug in between your essential appliance and the electric, and it has a battery in it, and it keeps it charged up, and then if the power goes, it works. And I meant to get one, and then went to the Isle of Man and forgot all about it. So yeah, oh well, at least worst comes to worst, we only lose one syringe, because we can still use the other one as long as she has it at the right time. I just had a thought, a cunning plan. I just put one of my thermometers, I don't know if it's designed for sub-zero temperatures, but anyway, I've put it in the freezer, because I thought even with the power off, the freezer's going to stay colder for longer. I was just getting my frozen blueberries out for my breakfast, and I thought of it. So I thought, you know, if the fridge warms up downstairs, I can transfer it before it reaches the critical temperature and put it in the freezer for a few more hours if it's a long-term thing. I'm doing all this panicking, it'll probably go beep and everything will be back on now. But we'll see, we just don't know, do we? Anyway, I'm going to keep calm and chop grapes. I'm rather hoping that the technical people, when they ring me back from that company, are going to be able to give me an idea of how long it's likely to stay cold for in the fridge, because that would be something at least. I'm kicking myself not looking into buying that device though. I should probably pour those, really. I usually do, to be honest. I'm going to try this kefir I got in Lidl's yesterday. I might have had some before, I can't remember. This one's the natural one, but I'm going to dollop a bit of golden syrup on the top, to be honest. Oh yeah, that's very sour. Nice though. I tend to put my blueberries and yoghurt together first before I make my other thing, which is my rice cakey stuff, because it gives the blueberries a bit of a chance to thaw. And I give it a bit of a stir and it kind of freezes the yoghurt around it. It kind of transfers the coldness over. I have to say it's one of the most delightful breakfasts I've ever had. And those little bursts of coldness are delightful. But I have to tell you, IB was a different story. Very occasionally my boyfriend comes here during the working day. If he's had one site visit and then he has another site visit a few hours later and my house is in between, he might come here, get his computer out, do some work, use the facilities, maybe have a bit of lunch for me, whatever. Anyway, he was here while I was having my breakfast. It was like 11ish or something, so I did in my blueberry bowl with, you know, grapes and blueberries and yoghurt and all that, and he was eating it. It was going like this, and he was pulling the most awful faces. I was just staring at him like this from across the table. I said, "Are you all right? What's the matter?" And he's cold, and he was crunching down on these frozen blueberries because he eats faster than I do. I said, no, you need to like roll it around on your tongue a bit, suck the delicious cold juices out, and then it gradually thaws, and then you sort of nibble it gingerly. But oh no, he could not change his eating speed. He was shoveling it in. We do say food is wasted on him. We make a joke. There used to be a dog in a Famous Five book called Timmy, and there was a line from this book that I quote at him, which is, "Oh, boiled sweets are wasted on you. It's just crick, crack, swallow." Not that they should have been giving boiled sweets to the dog anyway, but you know, those were less enlightened times, weren't they? So anyway, yeah, crick, crack, swallow. That's how he went with the frozen blueberry breakfast. 25 to 12 and the power's still off. It'll have been off for an hour in about 5 minutes. I managed to Google. My internet is working actually, not Wi-Fi, but data. And apparently fridges can stay cold for up to 4 hours as long as you don't open the door. I'm gonna have a housework day. That's what I'm gonna do because I really want to. Basically, I feel like my house is so messy, my mind is messy. And until the house is decluttered and clean and tidy, my brain is gonna be all cluttered up as well. So yes, I'm gonna make a start. And I'm gonna start with that. And not all of that foodie mess is mine, I'll have you know. Some of it's Isabel's. My daughter has discovered the joys of instant noodles recently, and somehow or another she sprays them far and wide whenever she makes any. I've been finding bits everywhere. It was all behind the compost bit. Look, there's still some bits there. Bit there. Look, how is she doing this? It's just everywhere. Like, I don't know what she does with it. I was just about to film that, but hey, you hear that noise? That means the power literally just came back on. I'm gonna go and check the temperature in the fridge downstairs. Please be under 8 degrees. If it's under 8 degrees, we're saved. And the crisis is over. Gosh, that was a bit scary. Yes, I have got it locked. No, I haven't hidden the key. Just a reminder. No! 9.5. What's the other one say? Oh, damn it. Once it's come to room temperature, it's not allowed to go back again, or it can't be used. So I don't know whether I should take one out. But then if she gets an infection or something and doesn't use it in the next fortnight, that will be wasted. Well, they're ringing me back anyway. I'll tell them. How long it was 9.5 for, I don't know. Oh, it's so close. So it's 10 to 12, so it was off for 1 hour and 10 minutes, I would say. Right, back to normal then. Well, you know what? Power's back on, we need a cup of tea. That's better. Funny when it does that thing with the bubbles. First thing I'm going to do is deal with that, put all those away and get that out of the way. Then I can put the hoover around in here because I've noticed there's all bits all over the floor. I never knew how cold freezers were. I just fished that out. It was -21 a moment ago, but it quickly flicked up. -20, well there we are. I had no concept of how cold freezers were. time I started a charity bag. Those books can go in it. They are waiting for that. I don't want to put them on the bottom of the bag because they'll rip a hole in it. Right, these Crocs is the outgrew. This I bought from a charity shop for myself. And it's too small. The labelling was wrong and I didn't try it on in the shop. Might as well put those shirts in. Ones I bought to wear on stage. But found I just couldn't wear them, inexplicably. There, that's a start. I'll put it by the door and try and add to it when I remember. Sun's come out now, it looks lovely out there. It felt really quiet when the power was off and I thought, well, what noise is there usually? When the power came back on, all the drilling started up and all the workman noises. Of course they use power tools, don't they? I'm so used to it, I don't notice it usually. That can be tidied away, that's dried now. I'm hungry. I've moved the whole house, almost the whole house. I didn't do my bedroom, but I did everywhere else. And now I'm hungry. Oh, and I did some admin. I have to say, this courgette from Lidl is very dense and crunchy as courgettes go. There's something about tomatoes that makes me want to sort of sprinkle basil over them. There's no other seasoning in there, but it smells absolutely delicious, actually. Trying to do this with one hand with my sleeve coming down is not great. I've got all water at my sleeve. Vlogger problems. There, that's better. This is my weird lunch. I forgot about carbohydrates, so decided to have some crackers with it. That's an egg, believe it or not, under there. Look at that. That is my smoke alarm hanging off the ceiling by the hair bobble that I kind of botch job stuck it up with. I might see if my boyfriend wants to give me a hand with that today. I am inept at such things. He's about to come over actually. Well, in about 40 minutes I'm about to start cooking his dinner. I have a little update. I managed to get in touch with the medication company and they said, yeah, it should be fine. And bear in mind that the syringes would have been colder than the ambient temperature in the fridge as well because they were within packaging, so it's fine. Yay, crisis averted. Anyway, what else did I do? I went to the chemist to get my prescription and it wasn't all there, so I'm going to go back again next week. And I've been practicing my flute quite a lot in the cellar as well, working on the things that would have been working on in the rehearsal. So I just practiced by myself instead and I'm feeling so much better. I don't feel like I've got a cold. You know, I can feel a bit glandy, but honestly, I think I'm fine. So I think we can go ahead with the rehearsal tomorrow without it being a risk to the other guy. So that's it. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching today's vlog. Please give it a like if you liked it and I will see you in the next one. Bye!